Hey team, this is the lesson for May the 6th called Christians Are Meek. We're looking at that beatitude. Some of your translations may say humility or humble or gentle. All of those are wrapped into that. And really one of the definitions of meekness can also be strength under control. And that's why I used the illustration in the introduction of Chuck Colson. Chuck Colson became second only to the president as far as his power is concerned. But when he ever became a Christian, he humbled himself before God and did not use that power and instead started prison fellowship. And you can see the statistics there. Absolutely incredible what God did in his life. So the landing point is that true strength and power comes from the humility that recognizes God is in control and that He is the source. Now, our icebreaker question is the first one: do you consider yourself, quote, ordinary? That's what humble people would think, or as we look at people, we go, well, they're just kind of ordinary. There's nothing about them or anything like that. But there can be a true strength within them because they're meek and they're humble. God is their strength. But normally the world thinks of that as being demoralizing or insulting if you're just ordinary. But that's really what we should be. People should see us that way. You can play with that a little while. And then Mac Davis had a song, "Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way." And so that's just kind of a fun way to say, what do you see wrong with this? I mean, whenever you think you're perfect, you're not humble. But you can play with that and have fun with it. And then what's the difference between an inheritance and a salary? The meek will inherit the earth. An inheritance is undeserved. The salary, you actually work for that. It's a reward of doing work. So the inheritance that you get as being a Christian and being meek, that comes from God. That comes from God. And you guys can talk about that. Now the last one is picture yourself or picture someone that you know that has a gentle and humble disposition. Now picture somebody who has a very strong and domineering disposition. Which one of those gets ahead in the world? Usually the one that's got that strong personality, but who has the real power? The real power is in those who are humble, those who are meek. There's a strength, a confidence, a security about them that nobody can deny, and they have the real impact. Now there's a lot of verses you're going to look at that are going to talk about humility. You guys can unpack them, give them out. And then the two examples that I use in here is Jesus. Whenever gentle Jesus, meek and mild, that's a hymn. You guys can talk about that. But Jesus displayed meekness in a number of ways. But then I have you look at the passage where he overturned the money changers in the temple. That seems like, boy, he was really angry at that point. But then read John 2:17, and you can see the disciples' reaction was when they saw this, they were reminded of an Old Testament verse that said, "Zeal for thy house has consumed me." I wouldn't say that's anger. I would say that's a righteous strength that came through his being meek. And then we look at the negative example is Herod. Herod sat on his throne. They said, oh, he sounds like a god, and he didn't give God credit, and he died. So I hope you're enjoying these, and please give me feedback on these videos if they're helpful, unpacking the message and the Bible study. So continue looking forward to working with you.